Aloha, oi. Aloha, oi. Eke ona noho I kalipo. A fond embrace, a hoia, until we meet again.
The moment I knew that I was going to talk to you, I was like, I have to have a shirt for Lilo and Stitch. So I went out to buy
It's awesome. Stitch Blue. It's a thing, Stitch Blue.
Tia, it was such a delight to see you back in the world of Lilo and Stitch. And I'm not gonna lie, because I know when I saw that first movie, I wasn't that young. I know how many years were, but
23 years ago.
23 years. Wow.
Yeah.
What was your reaction when you were approached by Disney and they asked you to play a new character?
Well, I mean, I knew I couldn't play Nani anymore because she's 19. So in live action world, you actually have to look like that age. And I can squeak it back a little bit, but not quite that far. I was honored to play Nani, back in the day in the animated feature. But now I'm older. I have raised a child who's going to be 20 next month. I have, been a Girl Scout troop leader and a chaperone at school outings and all kinds of stuff. And taught classes, and so to be the mentor to that younger Nani that is a little lost, that is seeking direction, that doesn't believe in herself quite enough, it's perfect for where my life is right now. And I love that I get to be that foil for the younger woman. It's like, here's a path forward, and if you trust in yourself and trust in the process and what I'm telling you to be true, you can achieve all these great and mighty things that I know you're capable of.
Perfect. You're kind of like a little conscience in her. All right. We also have some familiar voices and faces in this movie. We have Chris Sanders coming back as playing the original voice of Stitch. We also have
Chris Sanders has never left.
Of course, we have to have him. We can't have Stitch without him. We have Scott Lee and Amy Hill. How was it to reconnect with everyone? Did it feel like a mini reunion?
Well, it was a treat to see Jason Scott Lee because I hadn't seen him in a long time. He lives far, far away in another country right now. And I get to meet his family, and that was wonderful, catching up after all this time. Because when I initially had signed up with Chris Sanders and Dean DeBlois, who I originally met with like about 25 years ago now, they said, you have any ideas for David? I said, hey, Jason Scott Lee would be great as the boyfriend in the film. And so I love that I get to invite him in to this fantastic project that has been so successful for such a long time. It's an honor to be able to represent Hawaii, my hometown, and that I love with all my heart. I'm getting to share that love with the world, and they're responding. Everybody loves Hawaii. It's paradise to most of the world.
I love it. I just went last year, and I have to go back.
Yeah, you have to go back. It's magic. There's no place like it.
Well, I gotta ask, because as soon as I saw Maya play Lilo, she is Lilo, and Sydney did a great job playing Nanny. Did you have a chance to talk to them before the production?
I got to talk to Nani, to Sydney, on the phone about a week before I started shooting, and she was sort of saying, hey, Auntie, that's what we say in Hawaii, hey, Auntie, for respect. How do you feel about the role? And, I'm going to be playing it, and these are some big shoes to fill. And, what was the secret to, how did you approach this character? And I said, after talking to her for a while, I said, girl, there's a reason why they invited you to the table. I think you just need to own the power that you hold within you. Everything you need is within you to play this role. Just do the work, be who you are, and bring your essence to her, because that's your manifestation of the character. It's not going to be mine, and it shouldn't be anybody else's, but who you are. And there's a reason. There's something in the essence of you that they hired you for. So maybe you're like me, the younger Tia, that didn't believe in herself quite as much, and maybe you just need somebody to remind you that you are an amazing person. And if you believed in yourself more, maybe you could step into things without torturing yourself so much.
Perfect. Well, I saw you made an appearance at Comic-Con in San Diego, and they gave us some special news about the future of Lilo and Stitch. How did the fans treat you over there, and did you spot any cosplays from maybe Wayne's World?
It was, I didn't see Wayne's World this time. That's usually at Halloween. Every Halloween, I'll see Wayne and Garth and Cassandra, because the red dress and the guitar, it's so iconic. And I'm wearing, Cassandra red today, actually. I saw a lot of Lilos and Stitches and Nani's. But the fans at Comic-Con, it's, you walk into a room when you're doing your panel and you look out, it's a sea of people, thousands of people deep. And they know the movie inside out, and they watched both numerous times. And when their questions come up, you have to be prepared. You have to have your A game too, because they know what they're talking about. And it's heartening, because that's how important your work has been in their lives. And I don't take that lightly. And I was so grateful to see that full room of joyful faces, and to know that they are there for it, for this and for the next sequel and whatever we have coming down the pipe. Because a lot of loving care and specificity to cultural representation in this went into thinking things through. And even from that first day, asking me, hey, how would you say this, or how would you do that? And I said, when you're local from Hawaii, you kind of talk like with a pidgin accent, and it's a very specific patois that nobody else would, be able to approximate unless you grew up there. And also suggesting Aloha Oi to sing farewell to my sister, Lilo,
I love that
in
song.
that hammock scene, going to that set. And having Dean Fleischer Camp say, this is the scene where, you say this and this, and I said, that was my idea in the original script. And he went, oh my gosh, that's right. Yeah, I read about that, when the movie first came out. So to have that legacy still recognized today was really special for me.
My favorite scene for that movie.
Thank you. Mine too.
Any fun stories that you would like to share about the production when you were filming?
Oh, geez. It was magic. Being Nani, and then that first day, meeting Nani on set and hearing those words coming out of her mouth, and for her to hear my voice, coming out from the place of mentorship for her, because, she and her generation grew up on hearing my voice as Nani. It was a real, meta moment.
By the way, I had a chance to talk to Billy Zane a few months ago, and I love you as Madame Leroy in the branded movie.
Yeah, I'm going to Vegas. They're doing a premiere screening there at the Sahara Hotel and Casino on, August 15th, whatever it is. So I think Billy Zane, John Heater, myself are all going to be there to support the film coming out at some film festival there in Vegas. So I'm excited to see it on the big screen again. And it was a great cameo. So if anybody has a chance to see Waltzing with Brando, it's hilarious.
Love that movie. Tia, thank you so much for taking the time.
My family's in Phoenix, Scottsdale. So hi, Mom, sisters, everybody. Hi.
We're enjoying the weather for sure.
Yeah, it's 115, I'm sure.
Well, don't forget that Lilo and Stitch is already out on digital, and pretty soon it's going to be out on Blu-ray and DVD. Thank you. Mahalo.
Bye. Mahalo.
La Crista!